All right, so there's the Marantz. You're going to start out and it's going to be this just great big black box. So you start by turning on the power switch, and the power switch is around the side. And there it pops up, and you have a little look to see how your batteries are. There's a battery indicator right in the middle there, and you want to make sure that your batteries aren't going to die in the middle of whatever clever and essential piece of recording you're about to do. So the batteries look okay. Now, you just want to record. So, well, I guess first of all you go into your menu and look at the presets. And it says, you just press the button that says menu, and then the screen that comes up says presets, display, time, date, utility, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't usually pay much attention to. Presets, you go into presets, you press the button in the middle. Yes, right in like the bullseye. Preset number 1, have a look and see what they've given you for that. And then if you want to sort of see what it is, the next screen says select, edit, and rename. Go down to edit, and then you can press it and you can see what it is. So input, mic line, well that's what you want because you're coming off your microphone. Recording format, mine's always on MP3. Most people record on WAV. Mine's on MP3 because my Adobe Audition won't take WAV properly. Record channel mono, which is what you want. Sample rate 48K, which is what you want. You can change it. Pre-record off. Level constant manual. I have mine on manual. You can have it on automatic record. Manual's been fine and has not. What you don't want to be doing while you're interviewing someone is constantly staring at the machine. You need to be staring at them. And I have not found that manual gives me any problems. Every so often, if they start shouting or something, you know, you're going to check your levels. Auto track. Forget it, forget it, forget it. Then you go right down to number 10, which is mic attenuation, and on preset 1, that's at 0. And mic attenuation simply means it gives you a pad in case, and the example that everybody always gives and never ever happens, in case you're in the middle of a 10-gun, 3-gun salute. And I can't remember anybody ever having that happen. However, you know, preset 1 is kind of what you need for your straight interview with someone, or you're in a room using a straightforward microphone. So you've got that, and then it says exit, so you press the little thing under exit, and that's good. If you want to check out preset 2, which is going to be the other one, you're back into edit, and the only thing that's different on mine as it's set is under number 10, mic attenuation, it says -12 dB. And that means you can use the shotgun microphone because the shotgun microphone magnifies everything and sucks it all into the microphone beautifully. And then your levels will not go over the moon because the shotgun mic essentially ups your levels, so you want to calm them down a bit. And you're probably not going to have the 10-gun or the 3-gun salute, but you may well be somewhere where there's really noisy things happening. So it's a good thing to use. You also do, I mean, I've ended up recording incredibly low because of that, and that's a bit of a nuisance. So you always want to practice before you go out. And I've ended up using a shotgun microphone on preset 1 with no mic attenuation, and it's just fine. So that's that bit. You press exit, and you go right back. Where are we? Oh dear. Stop. When in doubt, press stop. So now you go into plug your microphone in that end. So, all right, here we go. So there's your microphone, and that's a good chit-chat microphone. There's your nice XLR connector, and the reason everybody likes XLRs is that it's not gonna fall out of the socket, which is really important, because when you buy them machines commercially, you end up with that skinny little like phone jack thing, and if it doesn't fall out, it can end up making noise. So that's why you want an XLR connector. And on the machine, and the Marantz is good this way, it's got the XL connector in there. So when you look at the ass end of the Marantz, you will see that there are 2 connectors. And then all you really have to do is read it, and one of them says mono, and it's the one on the left. So that's what you want to plug into. I've made a mistake and plugged it into the wrong one, and it doesn't work very well. So, plug it into that one. You get used to it. So there you are, all connected, ready to go. You've checked your presets. You know you're on number 1, and then you press the button that says record. All right, so we're back at record. So you've pressed the display button again, and now you're at the screen that tells you how much more room you've got left on the thing. And because I record, I just marked it. Because I record in MP3, I've got a lot more space on the machine. And I know it's not the highest quality, but I've got 4 hours and 13 minutes left on there now, and I've got a ton of stuff, 2 or 3 documentaries sitting on that machine. So, if you're going to sit down and talk to the most important person in your piece, you better have a good hour left on the machine. If you're seeing it says 10 minutes, oh God. Wipe something else off the machine and make sure you got enough space. And do that in the car before you go into the house to talk to the person so you don't feel like a fool. Now, the other thing, press the display button again, and you've got the levels. And that is really important. So right now, there we are. That's okay. Round the bottom is your little twiddly dial that allows you to turn the levels up or down. You all know that, for whatever you do, do not allow the meter to go booming off the top, or everything's distorted and you cannot understand what people are saying, and they're making kind of weird noises. You don't want that. This is pretty forgiving. When in doubt, record low, because you can always boost it afterwards. But, ideally record somewhere in the middle, -6, something like that. That's pretty good. Peaking up there, or peaking even a little higher. And as you're talking to someone, you can be talking to someone like this, da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, and just as, you may kind of want to see what time it is because you've got to get somewhere, and you can kind of surreptitiously look at your watch. Similarly, you can just glance over at the screen to see what the levels are doing. And it's worth doing, every so often. If the person is speaking pretty consistently, you're okay. You may find that you've got the kind of person who just sort of trails off at the end of every sentence. And then you have to boost the levels as you go. On this side of the machine, there is also a hold button. So this is extremely useful if you're sticking the Marantz in a bag or something like that while it's on, or you're walking around a lot talking to someone, which is always a good thing to do. Because I've certainly had situations where the hold button has not been on and you come out and somehow it's been clicked and you didn't record a damn thing, which is very frustrating. So the hold button just keeps everything in place. What it also does, keep in mind, is if all of a sudden it's getting loud, you can't change your levels once the hold button is on. But it's security to make sure that everything's still going to keep working if you're in one of those situations, where you've got to climb up the ladder behind the guy with your microphone.